We're looking at homework from section 5.1. This is question number 7. Determine whether the following graph can represent a variable with a normal distribution. Explain your reasoning. If the graph appears to represent a normal distribution, estimate the mean and standard deviation. So when we look at this graph, it seems to be normal. It's symmetric and it has a bell-shaped curve to it. So right now, if I was going to answer, I would answer D. But that means we need to fill in these blanks. So first thing, we have to find the mean. So the mean occurs where the graph is at its apex, right in the center. So that mean is about equal to 15. So you could imagine the graph looking like this, and 15 seems to be right in the middle. Now the next question is, what about the standard deviation? Well, the standard deviation is the distance between the mean and where the curvature changes on the graph. So this is an estimate. So this problem at this point becomes a little bit hazy. Where do you think the curvature changes? So you might say the curvature changes here. So if you looked at the graph on the left here, we have a concave up curve. And then from this point on, maybe it's concave down, right? So where does that curvature change? So if we put our mark here, then we would say, oh, okay, well, that distance between this mean and these lines here would be a distance of 3. So that's what we would estimate to be the standard deviation. Now I put a little asterisk here. So we have a note. An argument could be made that the standard deviation was 2 or 2.5 or something in between there, because this is an estimate. If you get this part wrong, try a different estimate. So maybe instead you thought that the curvature changed right here, right? So maybe that's your point of curvature change. And if so, then this distance changes. And if that distance changes, then the standard deviation would be 2 instead. Or you could make an argument that it's 2.5. So if you're getting that part wrong from your estimate, then try to move to a different point and change your estimate. Okay? It only wanted whole numbers, so 2 or 3 here would be the only viable answers. Okay? That's your answer.